I have two choices to make. I have a choice to make of songs. We can either go Felix, Deep End, and end on a somber note, or we can go Rent with Mimi's Take Me Out Tonight. We've got two different vibes. We've got Broadway, and we've got what genre would this be? It's a ballad. What ballad? What kind of genre? I don't know. Technically, K-pop, but this is more. I hate to say it, and I don't want to say it. I'm sorry, Felix, if it offends you. I don't think it will, but it reminds me of what I call Jesus music. Like the kind of like somber adoration music you would hear during Lent. Kind of. I don't know if that's the vibe he was going for, but that's what it reminds me of. But I love... Okay, so when I was practicing Catholic, my favorite season was Lent. Because, like, first of all, sacrificing was, like, my bread and butter. And it... and I, like, saw it as a challenge. So one year... Like, first it started off standard. As soon as I was allowed to start giving up things for Lent, because you have to be, I think, 7 to start doing that. You can do the fasting on Fridays, no meat on Fridays, whenever your parents are ready for you to do that. But the sacrificing, I think I started at 7. The standard would be no candy, no soda. And then from there, I went on to do... no TV at all, except for like during school, or if it was like necessary, like educational necessary, I had to watch TV. So that was difficult. So I did no TV, no candy, no soda for like 5 years in a row. And then I did like working out. And then on top of all that. And then my ex, I think he was trying to be mean, but he was like, you should give up coffee completely, 100%. And I was like, no. So one year I only gave up partial coffee. And then, oh, this is going to be so long. So I'm going to have to, this is an extra video. So then he goaded me enough that my ego was like, you know what? I can do it. And I failed. I was actually quite sick. Because then I found out about caffeine withdrawals. So then I had a friend who was in college. Well, I was in college at that time. But my friend from college, she was a nutritionist. And she was like, you can't just go cold turkey on coffee. So here's what you do. You wean yourself off like 1/4 of a cup a day. So I measured it out like every day, like 1/4 of a cup. And then one Lent, I was able to go just 100% done. And so I was very proud of myself. So Lent, I loved. And I loved the stories and I loved the songs. Like even when I used to do the rosary, like the Fruit of the Mysteries, particularly, I think it was Mondays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Fridays were the suffering the suffering mysteries. So that's like the crucifixion and all of that. So those were like my favorite. If you don't know the rosary, oh my god. If you don't know the rosary, each day there's a different set of mysteries. You have your luminous mysteries, which are only on Thursdays. You have your joyous mysteries, which are on Mondays and Saturdays. I think. Tuesdays and Fridays are your suffering mysteries, and then Wednesdays and Sundays. Hold on. I'm missing days. Give me a second. Because you have your glorious mysteries, your joyful mysteries, your luminous mysteries, and your suffering mysteries. Luminous, I think there was only 4. There's 5 mysteries in each category, and there are 4 mysteries in total. Tuesday and Friday are the suffering. Thursday is the luminous. Mondays and Saturdays were the joyful. Wednesdays and Sundays were the glorious. It might have been switched. I think that's how that was. Don't quote me on that. It's been a minute. But anyways, that's what Felix's deep end reminds me of, is like Lenten season. So that's why I like it. But like, am I vibing on Lenten season? No, we are in ordinary time right now, I think. Yes, we are in ordinary time right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go with this heathenist song of Rent. Yes. Okay. Bye.